Kusangana zvakare kwatiri kuita pachannel yedu chinopisa zimu. Uchiri mumwe wandinokumbirawo usubscribe tena on the notification bell. Izvozvo zvinokubatsira kuti pega pega pandinodzoka news updates uchangori kutanga kuona that video.
Doesn't have the social contract, right? But Zanu P.F, did that stop Zanu P.F? That did not stop Zanu P.F. So legal opinions, legal experts, as long as you are going to sit in a kangaroo court in Zimbabwe, as long as you are going to have Malaba presiding over that, then no legal expert or argument will stop Mnangagwa. I hope you guys were following at some point in time the Mike Chimombe's case, where a whole sitting judge will come to a court as if they are coming to a lecture. So they will lecture you on how you gave evidence. They will lecture you on your witnesses, on your statements. So everyone will need to come with a notebook. I saw that attempt even in the Chabangu's case, where you see that the judiciary is captured. I'm not saying they are captured in the case Yana Mike because right? But I'm just trying to paint a picture here in terms of our judiciary. Do they have, the independence? No, they don't have, right? Who is Mnangagwa? Mnangagwa has more influence. So do you think there's any magistrate, any judge, constitutional judge, who is going to stand against Mnangagwa? I don't think so. So what am I saying and what am I proposing? Up until we realize as Zimbabweans that lawyers are not coming to our rescue, the courts are not coming to our rescue, neither main actors are going to come to our rescue. What we are fighting right now is not a Mnangagwa problem. Our problem is not the extension of Mnangagwa's stay to 2030, but that's a Zanu P.F problem. Right? Zanu P.F was supposed to nominate their president for 2028, who is going to win anyway through a rigged process. So what's going to happen now? Through their internal fights, whoever was supposed to take over in 2028, they are Mnangagwa when he says he wants to extend, and it's not our problem. Our problem is a Zanu P.F problem where we need to confront the war system, remove Zanu P.F, and we cannot do that through courts. There's only one way. Guys, let's bring lawyers. There's only one way we are going to stop Zanu P.F. We can only stop Zanu P.F by removing Zanu P.F. And once we have done that, then it means the judiciary can have their freedom. It means the judiciary can exercise their judiciary mind. They come to some decisions, right, that can be supported by case laws, by things that are happening in other jurisdictions. But as long as Zanu P.F is there, you can argue all you want. We can do this in spaces. Our fight right now, is to remove Zanu P.F. We need to resist it, refuse it, and we've got reasons to remove them. And I'm hoping this 23rd is going to ignite something. That's why I'm for it. And I'm being very consistent. I aim for this 23rd because my hope is maybe it's going to ignite people to say, guys, if they could do something like this, because there's a brother who was talking about sections, so which means they will have to change section chakat. Right, let that create a burning platform to say, guys, we are just doomed as a country. We need to do something. What is it that I can do personally as matters? Mendas, what is it that you can do? Then from there we protest, we remove Zanu P.F. Once we do that, then we can talk about courts and start talking about constitution. You can't mention Zanu P.F and constitution in the same sentence. It doesn't just make sense. The same way you cannot mention Zanu P.F and elections. Say no, there will be elections. As long as Zanu P.F is presiding over those elections, they are not elections. The only language that they understand is what happened in 2017, which was a key learning point. So Takadzidza Zvakawana in 2017, they listened to protests. We need to protest. We need to twist them. Twist Zanu P.F, and we need to get rid of them as soon as yesterday. Thank you.
Matters, I agree with you, but I wanted to engage because I hear what you're saying, but somehow I want to disagree in 2030. Yeah, simply because I think defending the constitution should be number one. We cannot allow Kuti, even if we know the 2028 my elections, they will manipulate as they have always done. I think defending the 5-year electoral cycle is should be non-negotiable. Because basically, don't you think Kuti Taka accept 2030? Takutoita legitimatize your, whatever, whether it's dictatorship, whether you want to call it kuti a mafia state, whether you want to call it a monarch, but we basically legitimatizing that. So in end, I feel good. I don't think it should. I think yes, maybe we need to redefine the playing field. I don't know what that means. As in electoral reforms, maybe that's essential. Demonstrations. Yes, I do agree with those things, but I still think 2030 should be stopped just for the benefit of all Zimbabweans. Because once we legally let them go on and do that, what else can they stop it? So anyway, it's my
No, no,
thinking.
no, that's fine. I think you are very right. To be honest with you, you are very right. 2028, it gives you a fighting spirit. I totally accept. Hopefully, in 2028, there's not going to be Chabangu, which is a very plausible, I think it's a very good argument, to be honest with you, right? There is a possibility that there's going to be another opposition with MPs that are going to make it difficult maybe for Zanu P.F to change laws then, in 2028. So I totally understand that.
Right.
But we will still submit that our fight is not just limited to Mnangagwa, trying to, because he has bastardized the constitution. People talk about the 2013 constitution. This is not even a 2013 constitution. If you look at the number of amendments, power is now centralized in Mnangagwa's office, and that's a fact. So we need to do something about it. Our fight right now, right, is for us to stop Zanu P.F. I don't think we'll be able to stop them in 2028. Let's say they say, okay, guys, you know what, Mnangagwa is not going to extend his term. There's going to be a new Zanu P.F president. Who is that Zanu P.F president? Maybe it's going to be Chiwenga. So Chiwenga is going to be, he will sit back and relax, knowing that he has 2 terms. So Chiwenga up to 2038. So it's a vicious cycle. At some point in time, we need to stop that cycle. We need to stop it. So them making some own goals, Vachita say 2030, if it's going to cause Zimbabweans to act, then let it be.
Right. No, thanks for that, Smarters. Thanks for that. Mwenders. Chinzara, you've got your hand up. Do you want to say something quick? Then I got Mwenders. And this one's what Chinzara.
Oh, Chizaro, you want to say something? I can hear you.
And I don't know that Kwandiri is a listener.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yes, his hand was up, but
Okay.
Okay.
Right. I'm awful. I'm awful.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you. Just hold on.
Okay. It's just a few. Additional point. The reason why digital is legal advice matters, my brother, is I think one of the tools how to fight. This as general citizens, as well. I think we go through my legal processes. Which someone wants to tamper around with our constitution. I think it's good for record keeps, so that in history we have something to tell Kuti. Someone wanted to tamper around with the constitution. This is what happens. I think it's good for the record keeps. Thank you.
Right. No, thanks for that. Uncle, you were saying something?
Okay. Still, on that dimming thing, the
Parliamentary.
the dimming, provision.
Mm.
Because according to what they're saying in this is Yambi brief on the BBI. Because this one's a brief on the BBI.
Right.
It is saying Kuti, the proposed dimming provision is central to the proposed repeal of Section 92 of the Constitution to provide for a parliamentary election of the president. This would support and be in tandem with the proposed amendment to the constitution, a key intervention of the proposed BBI omnibus amendment to the constitution, which is amendment number 3, to amend section 143(1) of the constitution to extend parliament's term and to suspend elections for 2 election cycles, so it is 10 years. So if they do away with 92, they will then amend 143(1) to say the parliamentary period is no longer 5 years, it is now 10 years. So it means what then happens is, they then go on to say the necessity and motivation are to void an immediate election. By so doing, that is the motivation. The cooling off period, for this, this BBI is proposing that in the cooling off period where we don't have election is 22 December 2025 to 23 December 2035. And it aims to eliminate elections to break the cycle of toxic electoral disputes. An immediate parliamentary election to select a president after repealing Section 92 would undermine this goal, as it risks replicating the polarization and disputes of past elections, even in a parliamentary setting. So they don't even want to hear about electing a president. What they want is to just have a president, as being told that you dear president when you, even in parliament, they don't even want to do that. And then and then it says, furthermore, the deeming provision should ensure continuity by deeming President Mnangagwa elected by parliament. So it's just deeming him. We deem him to be elected by parliament. And that takes away the provision of needing or that takes away, the need to have an election. So we are just deeming him to be elected as the president of Zimbabwe. So by avoiding any presidential election during the first 5 years of the cooling off sabbatical. But in summary of these, what this is all about is to state that we deem Mnangagwa elected by parliament to avoid any presidential election during the first 5 years of the 10-year calling off period. We grant the president a fresh second and final term, 2025 to 2030, right? Leveraging Section 91, subsection 2's rule that less than 3 years is not a term. So, which means the 2 years that he is on now, from when he was elected, and if they ended and say good Israel, another one is going to be being disqualified if they have served more than 2 terms.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.